Vinyl community, I'm back to do a sort of special video again. Seems like it's just special videos nowadays. This time, and I guess you have already seen the title, I'm going to talk about CDs. I have to say that during my 10 years plus here on YouTube talking about music and records, I've never shown a CD. I don't think so anyway. Because I grew up in the CD era. And my sort of preference of listening to music was CDs. So through all of my upbringing, it was CDs. I had records and I had a record player, but CDs was the main sort of listening source. So I had a pretty good CD collection. Now I sold all my CDs in different sort of time periods. So why now? Well, if you haven't seen the video, I'll leave a link or something up here. A friend passed away and I was able to get his CD player. It's a Shandling T1000, a tube-based CD player that plays HD CDs also. It's phenomenal. It sounds fantastic. Now, I didn't have many CDs on my own to play, and I also got the opportunity to buy his entire CD collection, like 700 CDs, something like that, in 3 shelves. The best representation I could ever ask for when it comes to my friend. So I've been spending a lot of time, as you will see, listening to his record collection or his CD collection. I thought of just making a video real quick, showing you what I have been playing, thoughts about them. First and foremost, drinking to honor my friend. This was his absolute favorite beverage in the world, Guinness. So, cheers, Lasse. Yeah, to top it all off, where it all began when it came to Lasse, I'm going to show you the 2 first CDs, the only 2 CDs that he played to me when we were sitting at his place and he played some CDs. So we played records. He had a great record turntable, but he wanted to play 2 CDs for me, and he knew that I was a record collector. So we didn't talk about CDs that much, but he wanted to play them. And the first one is actually this. This is Andreas Vollenbeiner's Book of Roses. Came out in early 90s, 1991. And it's not hard to get on vinyl, and I urge everyone to do it, because this is a real sort of check out my awesome hi-fi equipment sort of test record. It's phenomenal. It's out of this world, really. And the CD, in this case, sounds almost, I'll say almost as good as the record. So this was one that we really bonded with, and I had this on my want list, the vinyl edition, on my want list, but I never got the opportunity to get one myself. And now when he passed, I was able to buy both the CD copy and the vinyl copy that he had in his collection. So a huge part of my friend is in this record. The other one that he played that blew my mind is this one. I had never heard about it. This is Hugh Masakela's Hope from 2004, I believe, recorded somewhere along that time. I don't know if it was Music Matters that put this out on a sort of audiophile vinyl edition, and it's dirt expensive nowadays, but the CD sounds fantastic, and I'm super glad to have this. This was also one that he played for me at his house. Okay, the next one, I couldn't find any year, but I didn't listen to the CD. He didn't play this for me, but we talked about it. I managed to get a vinyl edition of this, but it was in too bad of shape. It's not an expensive record, so I think I still have it in my collection, but I can enjoy it. So now I was able to play the entire thing from start to finish, the CD version of it. This is Hanne Boel with Windig and Riel and Emborg, Shadow of Love. It's a live, sort of very sparse, sort of lounge jazz live take, but the recording of this is phenomenal. It sounds like they are standing in your living room. Another one from his collection that I actually had, but I think I've sold it, is this one, Eric Bibb and Needed Time. Good stuff from 1997 on Opus 3. Opus 3 is a Swedish recording company and record label, I think, that records and releases fantastic sound quality music, and Eric Bibb is one of the household names when it comes to that label. They have also released them on vinyl. But this is a phenomenal sort of guitar-based blues record. It's really good. He has a fantastic voice and the recording is great. So, and this is actually a HD CD, sounds terrific. So 1986. This is David Sylvian's Gone to Earth, which I've played. Yeah, it's good. I didn't really get deep into it. It's not my sort of. I wasn't mind blown, but it's cool to experience. And now I know that I don't need to get the record. The next one is, and this blew me away. I have never heard this record sounding this good. This is the 25th anniversary edition of Thriller with Michael Jackson from 2008. So it comes in this sort of packaging and a DVD and outtakes and stuff like that. But I've listened to the entire sort of Thriller record and it sounds great. It's a little bit harsh, but the sound stage on this is all over the place. It's bigger than any room you can imagine, and the details on each instrument and each sound is just spot on. But as I said, a little bit harsh. I think that the vinyl version of this, and I don't actually don't own this on vinyl anymore. I sold it, so I can't compare it. But I remember it as a little bit warmer. But I can't imagine that the details and the sort of the separations of not only instruments but not only instruments but sound is as good as the CD, but a little bit harsh. It would be cool to have a warmer sort of pressing of that. Okay, the next one is called December with George Winston, 82, sorry. A solo piano record and okay recording. Okay performance, okay recording, not more, not less. So when I now discovered CDs, you can get these for like 50 cents up to €5, let's say that. And you can go to thrift stores and in like, I'm still a total nerd when it comes to vinyl. I think that I prefer that any day of the week. But CDs now going shopping is actually sort of reviving that feeling you had when you were out crate digging for records before the sort of the explosion, and everyone was looking for them, because you can find really good stuff for just €1, you know. And I actually went home to my dad he streams everything. He has a system that he streams everything. So I went home to him and asked him if he had any CDs left. So he went out to the garage, found 2 crates of CDs, and I got them home. And this is one that I played right when I got home. I think this is released as a box set on vinyl, but I'm not sure. It's Eva Cassidy's Live at the Blues Alley. Also, sound-wise, sounds good, and her performance is awesome. She was a great artist. Okay, the next one, 1993, is from Lasse's collection. This is Björk's debut record. I actually have thought of getting a reissue of. I don't think that they did a vinyl edition of this in 1993. I might be mistaken, but there's a bunch of reissues. So I love Björk. The CD is perfect, sounds great. So to all of you that likes good sounding records and also good records, this is a Swedish artist that I recommend everyone to check out. She is incredible. This is Stina Nordenstam with Memories of a Color, her debut record. This sounds like she's sitting in a sort of small cubicle singing right into the microphone. Like, it's very personal, so much feeling, it's almost, you almost get scared. Memories of Color in 1991, and 1994 she did a follow-up, and this is actually voted by critics as the best Swedish records of all time. And She Closed Her Eyes, 1994. I had the reissue on vinyl, but I sold it. The CD sounds terrific, and if she had the mic close to her mouth on this one, she swallowed it on this one. You can hear every lip movement, every sort of, you can hear the saliva growing in her mouth. It's just insane. So cheers. Okay, moving on. I actually had in my own collection a few Frank Zappa records, and I played this, Freak Out, Mother's Invention, 1985 on Barking Pumpkin. So a pretty early CD, I guess. And it sounds great. This sounds better than my vinyl copy, because my vinyl copy is maybe in VG minus condition or something like that, but it's a first US press, so I have it. But playing wise, I think I'm gonna play this. Also in Lasse's collection was Sylvian and Fripp with Damage. This is a deluxe sort of edition, maybe, I don't know. CD, booklet, and a really cool looking sort of box to it. And this was great. Like Dave Sylvian, I don't know really, but I love Fripp. So the record was a blast, and it sounds great. Okay, so the next one is actually a really good session. This is Sony Stitz, Moonlight in Vermont. Don't know if you can see it. Well, you have to Google. It says 1983, but this is a Japanese press, and you have Sonny Stitt on tenor saxophone, and Barry Harris on piano, Reggie Workman on bass, and the one and only Tony Williams on drums. And this was recorded in, I guess, sort of 1983. So these guys were getting really old. I've never heard Tony Williams at this time period, but he plays really good, like really, really good, and it sounds great. One I wish I had on vinyl, but I don't. And I think MoFi released this many moons ago. Hopefully they'll reissue it as sort of a ordinary non-MoFi edition. But until then, the CD will do just fine. Just fine. So this is Alison Krauss and Union Station live from 2002, and this is actually my father's copy, so I robbed him from this, and I remember when he came home with this. It has to be back in 2002, 2003, something like that, and he listened to it all over and over and over again, and I thought it was good back then. Now I think it's a fucking masterpiece. This is also from Lasse's collection, and it's one from 1995. It's a compilation of Americans in Sweden. Pretty fun compilation, I have to say. Delta Rhythm Blues, Stan Getz, Soot Sims, James Moody, Red Mitchell, Roy Eldridge, Teddy Wilson. And the first track is Delta Rhythm Boys doing a version of Flickorna i Småland. So they sing in sort of in Swedish. They're just pronouncing the words, I guess. But it sounds pretty cool, I have to say. And these, I mean, compilations cost nothing. Like, really nothing. It sounds good. And as a compilation, cool. Feels strange in a way. I mean, sitting, talking about Lasse's records. Or CDs, and also talking about CDs. I never in my life thought that I would sit here and talk with you guys about CDs. Okay, Led Zeppelin Mothership, 2 CDs and a DVD, sort of a gatefold, fourfold type. I don't know what it is called. One that it's a, I think it's a best of. I played one, the first CD. Sounds good. I have nothing in CD way to compare it to yet. I know that there is more Led Zeppelin in the collection, but I haven't caught up to it yet. I know, many moons ago, I talked with Anders in Stockholm and he said he still collects CDs. He's always been collecting CDs also, because he said there's so much good jazz that is released that was released on CD and not vinyl. So and I guess one of them must have been this one, 1995, I think. Yeah, on ECM, Terje Rypdal, which the guitarist that everyone knows, If Mountains Could Sing, with Björn Kjellmyr, Lars Anders Tomter, Justin Birkland, Terje Tønnesen. I have no idea who those guys are, but I know Terje Rypdal, and this was a typical sort of ECM, that moody, very Nordic feel to it, in my opinion. It would be awesome to hear this on vinyl, but then again, the CD costs like nothing, and it sounds great. Another one, 2009, that also sounded great. Got this for €4. Bought it from a guy along with the Terje Rypdal. I'm going to show you some more also that I bought now that I actually can listen to CDs again. Miroslav Vito's Group with Michael Portal. 2009 also ECM. This was also great. Never issued on vinyl, just CD. I don't know if it streams. Maybe it streams. I don't know. And this was also, I actually had a reissue of this with the gatefold and everything. But when this was in his sort of to sell pile, and I got it for €2, €3, I don't know. Chico Hamilton, the dealer, introducing Larry Coryell, and Larry Coryell plays so good on this one. Sound wise, it was okay. I don't know. I haven't done really the research on these ones. Released 1999, and who mastered them and stuff like that, but they sounded okay. So yeah, Chico Hamilton with Larry Coryell. Another one that doesn't exist on on vinyl, only on CD, that I also bought for €4, I think. And this is almost the lineup that me and Anders from Stockholm were at concert with, is John Mclaughlin's Black Light. It's a gatefold. Look how tiny it is. Oh. Backside there. And this fantastic sort of modern fusion record. And kudos to John for playing really good and interesting. I have to say interesting, but also, I mean, Gary Husband on this, he does most of the work. He really, it's like he is the sort of the warrior in the group. I played this. This is actually from my own CD collection back in the day, and I remember when this was released. I got it on my birthday. Maybe I think it was released like a week or two before my birthday. So my mom bought this, and it still has the price sticker on it. And this is the Urban Heims. I played this to death. This cost 199 Swedish crowns, which is about €20 back then, in 1997, I think it is. 1997. Also from Lasse's collection, this is just one quirky ass CD. This is 1998 Teke Deke with Neptune, Asian Roots. They play on instruments only made from bamboo. So all the sounds you hear on the CD and the sound quality and recording quality is to die for. It's made out of bamboo. I can say that after 2-3 songs it gets pretty tiresome, but I get what they are trying to do, and recording sounds great. And 2 more to go, then I'm gonna let you go. 2009 I bought many, I think most, if not all, the reissues that Beatles came out with this sort of this series. I think it was 2009, pretty sure. Well, whatever. And I thought that this sounded okay. This is the stereo version. It's not good. It's okay, but I've had like mint first pressings, both UK and Scandinavian pressings that I've listened to. And compared to them, this is shit, like real shit. So when Lasse had a version from 1987, I thought to myself, like, maybe this in 1987 was mastered better than in 2009. Maybe it was mastered analog, I don't know. Haven't really read up on that. The only thing I can say is that yes, this sounds better. So if you compare these two, this is the one to go for. But I'm actually going to see if I can do a comparison between this, and I have the vinyl edition also, the stereo, and this. I'm going to try to get an early copy, maybe a 70s copy, and a dead first press, and also stream. And I'll try to do a comparison of all. So that's probably going to be a video further down the road, because it would be cool to see which version of A Day in the Life sounds best. So that's it. Thanks for watching. This has been a blast. I know that with the Shandling T1000 combined with my amp and these speakers, it's life-changing, I have to say. Like listening to CDs, I never thought that I would say it, but it's so much joy of listening to CDs. Not as much as vinyl, really not, but it's enjoyable. And going from not listening and buying and at all to actually open the door for this format and really enjoying it is something else. I have to say that. So if it's going to have any consequences of the channel, I have no idea. I'm just going to do videos like I always do, in my way, and as fun as, because when it stops being fun, I won't do them anymore. And if fun means showing CDs, then I'm going to show CDs. That's just it. But yeah, records is still, as you can see, the heart beats a little faster with them, and they still sound better than the CDs, most of them at least. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day everyone, and I'll see you in my next video.